Do you know where the geometric principles of Pythagoras originally come from? Do you know from whom Euclid's Elements inherited its knowledge framework? Do you know the ancient land that forms the foundation of the proud Greek mathematical system? Do you know where the abstract concepts of angle, ratio, and symmetry were first drawn along a riverbank? Do you know who first brought the wisdom of measuring the heavens and the land into Egypt? Not a Greek, not an engineer of pharaohs, but a Canaanite wanderer who stepped into Egypt, Abram. In the long river of history, there is a silent yet great figure, Abram. He is not only an ancestor of faith, but also a disseminator of knowledge. When Canaan faced a famine, Abram took his wife Sarai to Egypt, originally to escape the disaster, but this sparked a chain reaction of knowledge in this ancient civilization. He did not merely understand Egypt's abundance and religious doctrines, but actively engaged in in-depth conversations with Egypt's most learned priests, discussing the origins of the universe, the meaning of the gods, and social order. His ideas were sharp, his eloquence unimpeded, gradually earning the respect of Egypt's upper class. More importantly, Abram brought the two heavenly books knowledge from Chaldea, mathematics and astronomy, into Egypt. He teaches the laws of the stars' movements and explains the mysteries of time and seasons, which are areas the Egyptians have not yet mastered. Notably, he also instructs on methods of land measurement, a practical technique used to calculate river-valley plots, define ownership boundaries, and restore land boundaries after the Nile floods. The land surveying method passed down by Abram became an important tool for the later Egyptian priestly class to maintain order. The ancient Greek historian Herodotus mentioned in Histories that the Egyptians used geometry because their land was often flooded by the Nile, forcing them to remeasure. These knowledge sources can be traced back to the introduction of Abram. It can be said that Abram was the true pioneer of the budding of geometry in Egypt. This set of measurement techniques and observations of the universe's structure not only deeply influenced Egyptian architecture, astronomical rituals, and pyramid design, but also through cultural integration during the period of Alexander the Great, was transmitted to Greece, indirectly influencing mathematic giants like Pythagoras and Euclid. From the moment he entered Egypt, Abraham was not only a spokesperson for faith, but also a bridge to ancient civilization. The knowledge he transmitted transcended eras and ultimately became one of the origins of our modern scientific system. From land surveying to spatial geometry, from celestial observations to modern astrophysics, each line of measurement seems to trace back to the first boundary he drew on the Egyptian sands. In Egypt, Abram was merely fleeing famine in Canaan, but he fell into danger because of his wife Sarai's beauty. The pharaoh was tempted to take her as a concubine, even risking Abram's life. But at this critical moment, the Creator personally intervened. Plagues and riots suddenly descended upon the Egyptian palace, causing Pharaoh to be greatly frightened. After the priest's divination, it was pointed out that this was an offense against the wife of a foreigner, which had angered the gods. Once the truth was revealed, Pharaoh dared not touch Abram in the slightest. Instead, he offered generous gifts and sent him off with reverence. In the perilous situation abroad, it was Abram's wisdom, Sarah's beauty, and more importantly, the intervention of the Creator that turned the danger into safety and earned him respect. He not only took away wealth, but also left the seeds of knowledge. The geometric and astronomical knowledge he shared during his debates with the priests would flow from Egypt into Greece and ultimately influence human civilization as a whole, from land surveying to astronomical observations, from the light of faith to the source of science. All of this began with a wanderer drawing the first line on the Egyptian sands. Abraham demonstrated extraordinary wisdom in Egypt. In the next episode, he will bravely save his nephew Lot and confront the mighty Assyrians, and faith and courage will be reunited once again. Have you noticed that the donkey I rode today wasn't as stubborn, but rather very gentle? I am Brother Angus, Josephus Jewish History to be continued. Bye-bye.